Utah State wide receiver Jalen Royals is a name that's been consistently mocked to the New York Jets. So let's look at his All-22 and see if he's an option for Gang Green. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Luke here from Play Like a Jet, and we're back in the film room with another All-22 breakdown, and today we're going to shine a light on Jalen Royals. He's a guy who is projected right now to go in the mid-70s, so is he a round 3 option? Let's see what the film says. There's things I really liked, and there's other aspects of his game where I think there's question marks. Starting with the overwhelmingly positive, his ability to make contested catches down the field is outstanding. You're going to see Royals top of the screen here. Nothing special with his release package. He's strong through contact, but look at the acrobatics at the catch point. The ability to stab this football with one hand, corral it, and make the big game for Utah State. There isn't a ton of nuance. There's physicality, there's concentration, and really good hands. In 2024, he caught 61% of his contested catch targets. That's a really good number. You love to see this kind of ability at the catch point. The Jets don't really have that guy in the offense. Maybe he is a good fit. But as you guys know, I love a wide receiver who can go and get it above the rim. He's a really good example of Royals doing exactly that. Left-hand side of the formation on this occasion. He's going to run this cover 2 hole shot vertically down the sideline, but look what happens at the catch point. Again, concentration, body control, the ability to go up and snatch that football at its highest point. I love to see that, but then we're going to have balance after contact. Look at him just take on that hit and take it away for 7 points. Really like his vertical ability. Now, he's not a burner. I know he ran 4.42 at the combine, but he's not a guy who's going to, stretch away down the field. He's more of that physical guy who can protect the catch zone and has really nice hands. And it translated to the red zone as well. You're going to see a number of fades thrown to Royals. Really good job corralling this football. Again, isn't super nuanced at the line of scrimmage, and that's something that I don't love about him. But his ability to make these contested catches is really special. Now, in saying that, I think separating is really important, and that's the prototype of receiver I will go for 9 times out of 10, but Royal has something different. But you can also see it from the slot, and that's where you get almost this Anquan Bolden feel to him. Obviously, he's not going to be that caliber of player, but from the left-hand side, slot receiver does a really nice job winning to the outside of the line of scrimmage and then adjusting at the catch point. Really nice body control, able to turn and corral this back shoulder ball. He is quite versatile down the field vertically. He's someone who's going to have a high ADOT when thrown to him. There's lots to like about Jalen Royal. But my favorite thing about Royal's game is how explosive he is after the catch. It's his ability to change direction quickly in traffic that really jumped off the film to me. Great example, number 2 receiver here for Utah State, left-hand side of their formation. Look how he wins quickly to the inside, gets the catch with some separation, but that move right there, that's what's special. Little quick change of direction, almost like a running back. He has that shiftiness in a phone booth that I talk about, and it's a house call for Jalen Royals. But it all starts with a little shimmy shake, stutter step release at the line of scrimmage, wing to the inside, but then the move on the safety. That's really, really cool. And you're going to see him get thrown a ton of screens. Not because he's that, explosive electric jitterbug guy, because he's got a nice combination of all of these skill sets. Little tunnel screen here to the wide receiver. Again, look what he does to the first guy. Makes him miss, finds open grass, and turns it into a 20-yard gain instead of 4 or 5. This is what you want when you're throwing the ball underneath. He's also physical enough to take the hits and have some balance after contact. It's a really nice complementary skill set. But again, I keep coming back to this little change of direction. I think it's really nice in traffic. And one more example, why not? Let it roll at full speed, catch the screen, make the first guy miss in space. Even when he's hemmed into the sideline, there's almost nowhere to go here for Royals, but he does a really nice job just making that guy miss, not with pure speed, but just with deception and really nice COD. Now, I understand that I've kind of gushed about Royals, and that's because I'm looking at him through the perspective of a 3rd round draft pick. There are things that I don't love about his game, and the first is separation. He's not a guy that's going to get a ton. 21% of his targets in college were contested, and that's a red flag for me. How does it happen? This is a great example. Top of your screen. Look how this route is very curved on the dig. There isn't a lot of explosion or twitch at the top of his routes, and as a result, he sees a lot of these contested reps on the short to intermediate part of the field. He's fine vertically, but when it's in the intermediate stage, this is a concern. I want to see you explode out of this break. I want to see nuance to sell you're running an outside route. There's nothing. It's just go up and run a curved dig. Need to see improvements there. And the last thing is, sometimes I think corners don't actually respect his speed that much. From the bottom of your screen, look how Royals gets off the line of scrimmage, doesn't really eat into this gap in press coverage. The corner's just squatting over the top, breaks on the football. Look, it's a terrible throw. It's wide and outside. It's not going to be a catchable football, but it's about the separation or lack thereof. This isn't cherry picking. This was literally 25 to 30% of his intermediate targets. I just think he wasn't quite twitchy enough at the top of routes, and then he wasn't eating into space vertically and threatening them enough with speed, so they didn't respect when he was running these kind of comebacks. So there's a little mini review on Jalen Royals and whether he's a good fit for the Jets in the third round. I think he's a good third or fourth target in an offense. He can catch the vertical ball with strong hands. We talked about that 61% uncontested catches. He has some wiggle and change of direction in the screen game, but I have some questions around separation. But in the third round, I think he's pretty good value.